What's up, guys? Welcome back to Viewer Castles. Today we're going to start off with Gredenvall. Castle level is in 16, so I'll jump into it. Will be a little bit easy, but we'll try to take a look at everything he's got going on here. All right, so right out of the gate, there's some good trap pressure, but these guys are kind of way out in the open. I'm going to see to make sure that they can't be just skipped. Okay, they can't, which is good. But yeah, having them so far out in the open, it does make it a little bit more susceptible. Like, if I was standing back here, I would be able to just initiate with a headshot on the Defendatron there, and then the rest of it will be kind of easy because, you know, there's no Defendatron. Same thing here. You know, I can initiate on either one of these I really want to. If you had something like a Snotter out in the hallway, and it was linked to both of these guys, I'm not sure if that would, you know, hit over your soft cap or hard cap or whatever that you've got going on here. But if you did that, it would make me have to initiate on the Snotter, and then they would already be aggroed. So I don't kind of initiate with my headshot on like the unit that I want to. Which in this case, I'm going to try to beat Pound more, and I am able to one-shot it only because I'm a high level. Alright, couple traps here, but there's a Zeke as well, so I'll just headshot that and then move back and kill the rest of the group. Although I don't think that they're going to cross over those springboard traps, which is fine. And the main thing about fire mine traps is you really have to have kind of four springboard traps in a row in order for it to work properly, or else you'll just be able to leap over them as an archer or as a mage, and even as a knight if they take charge. Although not many of them take it. All right, so we have a ton of Defendatrons and a ton of Zekes in the back here. My instinct is to volley this, but I think headshotting like one out in the back will actually make it so only half of the group attacks me, like this one. As you can see, only these two attack me, and then I can try to single them out. Although I think, yeah, I'll aggro more as I attack them because they're still kind of in the same starting area. But that's generally what you should do. If there's no boss, it's easy for you to aggro like half of the group because the rings, the yellow ring, isn't large enough to cover the entire group that's inside of a boss room. So you really do have to have a boss in a boss room for it to work properly, which is something you might want to think about, is throwing in any old boss. Usually people use Nottingham because he's one of the lowest point ones, and he's also pretty good. I've seen some Captain Clubbage, although you don't have him yet, for other people that do have him. I've seen Captain Clubbage a bit, and he's pretty good because he has that lashing flames thing that will interrupt someone. Like, if people aren't paying attention to him, he'll drag you around and possibly set up a nice Zeke shot, the same way Durr would set it up if you get knocked down by him or anything like that. So a lot of people use those kind of bosses that'll interrupt the attacker just for a moment, so that it'll help Zekes hit their shots when they're trying to shoot at them. But yeah, pretty good castle. I would say that you might want to switch around the room with your fire mine trap to make it something like a hallway like this, where you have, you know, a long straight hallway that the attacker has to go down, and then you can have 4 springboard traps. It'll make it a lot more difficult to actually get across them, because after they roll, they'll still land on one. Whereas yours is only like 2 or 3. It might be like 3, but you can almost get around the first one, and 1 roll is enough to actually make it through it, so it's a little bit easier. Anyway, we'll jump into number 2 in just a second. Alright, next up we have Crimor. Castle level is a 24, so same level as my archer. So it might be a little bit difficult, but I should be able to make it through. Let's see. Alright, so we start off with a spike trap that makes me think that the entire castle could be full of these. They're quite good. Alright, only 1 springboard trap to set that up. So a lot of points invested. I mean, not a ton of points invested. It's really not that bad when you think about it, because they're only 1 per fire mine trap. That's only like 9 or whatever. So that's not too bad. 9 plus the 1 for a possibility of a kill. I don't mind that too much. This group is pretty good. I would say maybe too many Snotters. You have 2 of them in here for I'm not sure exactly what reason. There might be some reason for them, but I like the Defendatron and a couple of archers. I think that's a good group. Alright, mine up here, that's fine. People might happen to skip it. A couple more springboard trap. I'm going to hit these Snotters just to see if it pulls anything. It looks like it doesn't, so that's fine. Use 1 potion here. I can't take too much extra damage from these traps, or else I'll lose out on my potions. I'm using too many of them already. I usually don't like to use one per room, even though it's not nearly as bad in open creation to use one per room. Because generally people use less rooms, you know, because you can't fill them with traps like this. Alright. Couple Zeeks, just dodge them and they'll drop the volley on them. And they might die to that. There we go. Alright. And I have to go down this way just to see if there's any mines down here. Although I don't really get stars, there's no point in actually chasing down mines in viewer castles, but I'll do it just because I want to attack it like I would, you know, as anybody else would attack your castle, so. Alright, so I have to go down this way, and then, let's see. There's one springboard trap, so I will, okay, yeah, there is a mine down here. Normally, well, I wish I hadn't killed that so I could show you, but normally, if you're standing outside of this room like this and you can't quite see if there's a mine there, if you just wave your mouse down through this room, like if you know that that's the room, you can see up at the top, it'll show the health bar through the wall if you just kind of glance over it. Same as if I could, you know, find something through here, like I see the dir up there, and I might even be able to, you know, use a headshot like that and see I pulled the entire room without even having to go inside of it. So those are little tricks that you can do to make it a little bit easier on yourself. Unfortunately, there's not an easy way for me to get out of this room, to pull these guys, you know, outside. There's also a ton of trap pressure throughout this entire castle, so it would be smarter for me to just attack it inside of the boss room. But I'm doing okay.
The bigger they are, the harder they die.
Alright. I'll use one more potion because I know I'm on the boss room. This might kill me depending on what's here. Okay, it's just throwing me back out, that's fine. If this is all the mobs you have, then I would say you might want to take out a couple of these ballista traps. Just have like one or two always attacking the hero rather than a ton of them. And even silence traps is fine as well. And you might want to set up something down in here for some a fire mine trap down in here. You know, switch these springboard traps around to the other way and throw in a fire mine trap. I mean, why not? You really want to have as many opportunities to kill a hero as possible, especially since you don't have many Zeeks in your castle. I don't think the Dur by himself can really kill someone. He doesn't do enough damage. It'll take him, you know, 3 or 4 shots, and they're pretty easily dodgeable once you get good at it. So, I might think about doing that. It might help you at least get a few more kills. But yeah, pretty good castle. We'll jump into number 3 in just a second. Alright, and lastly we have ChiDaMa. Castle level's 24. So let's see what's in here. Alright, so a room that goes 2 different ways. Generally, people sometimes like throw in mines. You know, right here is one. It's not necessarily bad. I will note that there's no traps in there, so if I can pull the castle back, which I already know I can't now that I see this, so that's fine. Alright, go to here, and then to here. I messed up. And then to here. And then this always is a fun area. I would think that maybe a springboard trap right here would be good, because I kind of have to go there, or else I have to like launch myself onto the Jimbo, which is not good. At level 26, this castle, like the Jimbo thing is really good at level 26. I'm probably going to use that once I get up there, but I think a springboard trap right there wouldn't be so bad, throwing you back onto the spike trap or whatever. Because if I go into this area, I'm right next to the Jimbo, so I kind of have to get as far away from him as possible. I could stand right next to the ballista trap, but that's about the only other area I can really stand on. I could try to stand on this corner or something, but that's just something you could throw in to do a little extra damage, possibly, and it'd be reasonably effective. Alright, there is a Dr. Skull back here. I think I'll have to use a potion soon.
I need a vacation.
Use it now, just in case I take some extra ballista shots here. I'm trying to time these out again. To here, and then to here. I messed that up. I do like this castle. I think it's pretty cool. Having the, you know, peat pound wars and stuff like that in the areas where, you know, I'm gonna be I'm going to be having to fight in these really small areas where your trap generators or whatever are. It's a pretty good idea to have those type of units here. Usually those type of units can't really be all that effective because you can kite them very easily. I'm actually going to have to try to get through this castle as quickly as possible now, because I'm taking way too much trap damage just standing around in here. And I'm going to hit that, but luckily I did get over on the other side of it. I think I'll die here though. I don't have any more potions, so without that, it's pretty impossible for me to get over this. But maybe if that guy dropped a health globe, I wouldn't have died. Alright, that's fine. Really good castle though, I like it. The boss room, I'm not sure about having so many spike traps. I feel like that could be a waste of points. Let's heal myself and finish up the castle. I think the correct way to play this out would have been to just race to the end of the castle. Maybe, I'm not sure. You could even also place in a couple mines throughout. I'm not sure if you did that. I wasn't really paying attention to where the mines were. I know I skipped one back there, but a lot of your mines are in the boss room. If you could fit one of these in, like in the beginning, but not so far in the beginning, like right after the Jimbo, or even inside of the Jimbo room, or inside of the Pete Palmer room, or something like that, it'll make people think twice about actually just racing to the end of your castle and fighting it back here. But the basic idea, what I was talking about with the boss room, and I'm not sure about the spike traps, is for the most part, I think if I lured your entire castle way to the back of this room and fought it all the way in the back here, I would probably be able to kill it reasonably easily. So you don't need to have all this defense points, all these defense points designated inside of the boss room. I would just leave, 2 ballista traps so that they hit you no matter where you're fighting. Or, I mean, obviously, if I'm in the corner over here, it'll only be 1. But, because you can't get any trap pressure in the end of the boss room, so you just need to have, like, the minimum amount so that they feel a little bit extra pressure when they're fighting inside of here. But I don't think you need to go crazy with traps inside the boss room. At least that's my personal opinion. But yeah, I like your castle. It's pretty good. Gives me some nice ideas for my level 24 castle that I'll be building eventually. Because I was going to do spike traps anyway, and I was thinking about Jimbos, but then I realized they probably won't do enough damage. Pete Palmer's is a nice touch though. And pretty much any unit like that, a Mega Mutton would probably be pretty good. Any unit that in a small area, if they get close to you, they're dangerous. I think that type of thing, like Stairmasters are pretty good. Not Stairmasters, but IMAXs. Stairmasters will be good at level 28. But yeah, that's number 3, so we're going to end the video here. As always, if you guys enjoy what I do, please subscribe. If you want to be a part of Eurocast, you can email me at frenzycastleruns@hotmail.com. And you can check on your status. There's a link in the description to a spreadsheet. You can check it out there. I update it like once a week, so don't freak out if your name doesn't get updated like right away. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.